Hi everybody. So you're about to see a smudging demo that I did this afternoon with my daughter, and she's a great videographer. Um, and so I'll just talk a little bit about how I learned it and whatnot. So I started to do some workshops with a shaman named Starwolf back in probably 15 years ago or so. And Starwolf was a true shaman from North Carolina who would come to Bermuda and do workshops, and I was living in Bermuda at the time. And so she taught us quite a bit about the smudging ritual, and we did other amazing things in her workshops. And so I started doing it on a regular basis. And then I just did it for myself, and I, smudged my house every 3 months or so just to clear the energy and, get rid of a heaviness that might be there. And then when my mother was a realtor, if she had a house that didn't sell, it had been on the market for a while, I would say, oh, well, you need to smudge it. She's like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, you need to clear the energy, and so that when people come in there, they feel, oh, I could live here. It feels light, right? It doesn't feel heavy. And so I started doing that for her, and then some other realtors got word, and I started doing it for other realtors, and other people got word, and it was almost kind of became a side business. And so the house that was next to the graveyard that no one was even remotely putting an offer in on sold after we smudged 2 weeks later, multiple offers. It was amazing. I mean, it was really amazing. So smudging, it's from the First Nations culture or Native American culture, and it basically is all you're using sage, and you're just clearing the energetics of the space. And it's very effective. It's very easy. Anyone can do it. You don't need to be you don't need to be a shaman yourself. Anyone can do it. So I want to give you just a little bit of, so just a couple tips so you can do it for yourself, because right now is really a great time to do it. Okay? So one reason to use it is if kids are having nightmares. So I got a call today about a patient of mine whose daughter's having nightmares, and if there's an overwhelming fear right now, of course, and kids are feeling it for sure. And so smudging is really good, actually, to just help lift that fear a little bit so that people sleep better. And it's hard to describe, right? I mean, look, this stuff, I am a skeptic at heart, and this is woo-woo, but I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. And I think you will feel a difference if you give it a shot. So I encourage you to do this woo-woo business and get right down to it, and feel well and feel better, and have lovely energy in your house. So enjoy. Here it is. Hi everybody. I'm going to do a little sage demo here, a little smudging, and my daughter's doing the video, so it's going to be really good. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to start outside the house. So we're going to start outside the front door, and I'm going to smudge myself first. So I'll show you what we need. Number one, a candle. Okay. Number two, a bundle of sage. Like this. Okay. And I like to use, there's an abalone shell or something like that. And the other thing you're going to need is a little mason jar of salt. And the reason why is when you're done with this, and this is still very hot, you can try to put it out in the abalone shell, but then you're going to want to extinguish it in the salt, like that. And you can leave it in the salt, and it will stay dry. So you don't want to put this under water to extinguish it. Okay, so we're going to light the sage stick, or the smudge stick as it's called. And it can be smoking as much as you want, but this is about right. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is smudge myself. Okay, take a video. So stand up. Okay, So I'm smudging myself. Now watch how I do this. Okay. The intention here is to clear any energy from my own personal aura first before we go into the house. Okay. So I'm going to carry the abalone shell with me and tap off any of the ash. Okay. And often I will actually hold it like this as I go around the house, so no embers are going to fall off onto the rug. Okay, so we're going to start with the front door. And the intention here is to just clear the energetics of the space. So you want to get into all the nooks and crannies of the house. Here we go. All right, so we're going to do all around. We're going to go inside closets. This. And off we go, up the stairs. You want to go up into the corners a bit. Watch out for fire alarms, smoke alarms. My son's fort. Little Smudge's fort.
It's mine.
Oh, it's yours, is it? Okay. All right. Go up into the corners. Okay. Great. So we're going to go extinguish it. Stick it right in the salt. Yeah, is that good? So you'll see that's the best way to put it out. And you're done. Okay, stop. Okay, so you definitely want to open all the doors and windows first, so that you can have a really good, nice breeze coming through the house. Okay, and hold on. Too much noise. And this sage stick here, this is just a white sage from probably, I don't know, Utah or something like that. This is definitely my favorite to use. It's very clean smelling, it's clean burning. If you mix it with cedar or other things, it smells a bit too much like a campfire.
Did you make it?
So I didn't make it, no. So I really like the clean white sage, how it burns. And yeah, so that's the demo. Okay? All right, good.